He is the son of Tim and Mindy Grove of Jeffersonville. Alex is a junior at Providence High School. He is one of 3 St. Theodora Guerin scholars in his class. Did I pronounce that right? Okay. He's a 3-time varsity letterman in cross country and 2-time letterman in track. He is a Boy Scout in Troop 89 at Sacred Heart Church. We raise all the Sacred Heart and St. Augustine Church members. Got a few of them in the room. He earned the rank of Life Scout currently. Alex is a candidate for Eagle Scout. He's here tonight to discuss his Eagle Scout project and appeal for our support. And I also should mention that Alex, as a 7th grader at Sacred Heart, was a participant in our oratorical contest. So please welcome Alex Grove for tonight's speaker.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Just thank all of you for allowing me to come talk about my project. So, I've been in Boy Scouts for about 5 years now, and the Eagle rank is like the most prestigious, award you can get in Boy Scouts. And it typically does take several years to earn, and several requirements that you have to meet that require leadership and service and skills like first aid and outdoor skills. And also probably the most difficult part is the project you have to do. And that project is required to benefit any type of organization. It could be a church, could be for charity or something, but it's not allowed to benefit your own parish that your troop is from. And so when I was kind of thinking it over, who is this project going to be for? Well, when I saw what happened in Henryville in the tornado, my heart kind of reached out to them, wanted to do something. And also, my godmother, Vicki Horine, is a member of St. Francis Xavier Church up there. So I felt it was appropriate for me to dedicate my project to them. And I wanted it to have kind of a religious basis. And so I figured what I had seen before, outdoor Stations of the Cross done. And so I figured, I thought it was really cool, and I thought it would make a great project idea. So I'm just here to tell you all a little bit about, what I'm going to be doing. There's a picture of St. Francis from the front, and that was just taken about 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, they've been rebuilding pretty well, and they've just recently gotten a new roof on the church. Okay. So yeah, that's the basic objective, to create an outdoor prayer and reflection area, including a Stations of the Cross at the property. The path will begin at the front of the church and in behind the church in a sitting area in front of a newly built deck that they just put in, actually. The stations will serve as primary feature of the prayer and reflection area, and also in part as a memorial to all those who perished in the tornado on March 2nd last year. So for those of you who may not know exactly what the Station of the Cross is, it's also called Way of the Cross. It's a prayer form. It follows the path of Jesus from his condemnation by Pilate through his violent crucifixion and being placed in the tomb. And it has origins in the 4th century. It did not reach the 14th station that we have today until about the 18th century under Clement the 12th. The stations are most commonly prayed during the Lenten season as Christians reflect on God's unconditional love for us through the suffering and the death of Jesus. So this is just an aerial view of the property of the church. And this solid square right here is all the land they acquired, this land they had before the tornado. And because of the tornado, they were able to buy a lot of this cheap land up here for a very good price. And so they wanted to utilize that in some way. And so what's basically, the first station is going to start here in front of the parish, and that's near the sign that you saw at the very beginning in front of the church. And it's going to kind of come up here and wind around and turn. And then it goes between the church right here and this garage, and it's going to go around here and up through here, and then it's going to turn back around and come over here and end at this spot, which there's a deck here now. That's a picture of one of the flags they used to mark it, and that's just right in front of the church, basically. Yeah, it's going to be the third or the fourth station. I can't remember. So these are the main reasons, I'm doing this project. It's to help the church rebuild after the devastation of the tornado, utilize their new land, create an outdoor prayer space. And this is also something they've never had before, so, it'll serve the whole community in a way that, the Red Cross, just by providing meals, that was more of a short-term recovery opportunity, but this will be more long-lasting, I hope. So these are the partners I'm working with. The Henryville Garden Club, Boy Scout Troop 89, my own troop. Contact Bill Scott Jr. here pretty soon. Get him to his wood shop to help make the posts that the stations are going to sit on. And also, I've been building the tiles that the stations are going to actually be on with John McCarthy lately. He's a very talented artist and teaches at U of L currently. In the past, he's taught at Collegiate High School in Louisville. These are just the supplies I'm going to need. Just stuff I had to take into account. Obviously, the clay, the stain, the glaze, the wood, the tools, and then the other miscellaneous things you don't really think about, like refreshments for the workers on installation day and the electric and utilities for the kiln firing. Total estimated cost is about $1,500. It's just a very rough estimate. So that is a picture of station number 4, I believe, when Jesus meets his mother. Like I said, John and I are already making them currently, and that's the result before the firing. And of course, this is going to be stained and glazed over near the end when we are ready. But we have already made actually we're making 15 stations. We're including the resurrection. So we're making all 15 stations. We've already formed them through clay, and we need to stain the rest and fire them. So I'm already in the process of doing that. Dimensions are 8 by 10 inches. It will be mounted on a wooden frame with a roof on top shielded from the weather. And we're going to attach Roman numerals to number them. these are just some of the ways, you know, I'm appealing, other than coming to you guys. You know, I'm asking for help from individuals I know, family, friends, fellow scouts. All these donors will be named on the memorial marker at the end of the stations, which is going to be located at the 15th station. And the donor partners will be publicly thanked during an unveiling ceremony that will be led by the pastor of St. Francis, Father Steve Shatline. And he's been another great partner in this as well. It's very easy to work with and has encouraged me a lot throughout this project. So these are just the typical range of gifts. You know, these are not set in stone, but, you know, just a general estimate, I guess. But any money, you know, that exceeds the costs will be donated to assist with maintenance of the prayer and reflection area. And basically, it's just a summary of it all. So if any of you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Yes?
Where do you send money if you have to donate?
The extra money?
No, where do you want to give money?
Oh, okay. Just
Send it to me.
I sent out a letter to also some family members, and but I told them to mail it to my home email address, preferably a check. Just make it out to Alex Grove.
Home mailing. Your home mailing. Not your email. You said email.
I did.
You can get that.
Okay. Home mailing address. If you want to write it down or something.
I'll put it in the newsletter.
Okay. It's 2707.
2707?
Yeah. Hamburg Pike.
Hamburg, gotcha.
Most of you know that's in Jeff.
What else is going to be needed besides the actual stations that you're building? Are you working on the landscaping also, or is that?
The church actually, they agreed to do most of the landscaping around the stations themselves. So I'm just in charge of the posts and the tiles. That's my project. And of course, I'm going to need people to help install those when the time comes.
And when did you say that you're trying to make that happen?
You know, at this point, it's just whenever John and I can be finished, and then, you know, I can ask Bill to help with the wood. You know, at this point, I'm not really sure, but I am on a time limit for my 18th birthday, because you have to earn your Eagle Scout before you turn 18, which is in July for me, so that's my ultimate deadline, but yeah.
What is the total budget of your project and how much have you raised to date?
1,500 is the total. This is kind of my first fundraising effort, actually, so I'm also about to send out a letter to my family and friends and just others I know. How many Eagle Scouts do we have in the room? Is that 3? Pretty good.
I'm a mother of an Eagle Scout.
Oh, okay.
Two mothers and Eagle Scouts.
Yes.
I was Scoutmaster of Troop 13 here in Jeffersonville from the First Presbyterian Church for about 15 years. Around 1965 to about 1970. Through those 15 years, we kept 9 Eagle Scouts.
Wow. That's pretty good. Yep.
How much have you raised so far?
How much?
All right.
Gets a ground
It's a
floor
good-
opportunity.
Good start.
That's right.
Just, yeah. Yes.
You just try to do Washington Bank, maybe they'll give you the whole thing.
In time.
No comment.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Alex, and we appreciate it, and we'll get the address out through Gil for anybody who is interested in helping out, and I'll volunteer my own personal support to help you out this summer sometime if I can do that, so be glad to. All right. Ms. Carey?